Hello, welcome again to No Rumor Health Module 2. We are going to continue with this module because now that we are aware of the main characteristics and motivations behind health hoaxes, we are going to see some signs that allow us to detect a possible hoax. So first of all, hesitate if you receive information that promises an immediate or easy solution to a complex illness. This is probably a hoax. Also, hesitate if the recommendations are based on just one study. There must be a variety of scientific studies that prove the effectiveness of that information. Do not trust scientific studies that are in current development because they will not have valid conclusions, and hesitate if they indicate that they are based on laboratory or animal studies. Also hesitate if these studies are based on testimonials of people who have tried and liked a special treatment. Just because someone says that it worked for him or her, it doesn't mean that it's a valid treatment. Remember that a control study is needed to prove that something works, and just because it works for a person, it doesn't mean that it will work for you, as we are all different. This one is also very important. Hesitate if this information acclaims the power of natural products over artificial products. Fake news usually claim that something is healthy just because it's natural, and that certain artificial products are harmful. However, natural products are not healthier than artificial products. Be careful and double-check messages that claim that a remedy is better just because it's natural. Also hesitate if these messages emphasize the power of big pharma and their interest. Many messages emphasize the existence of hidden powers and interests that only seek to harm people. It is true that pharmaceuticals and other companies seek to make a profit, but this doesn't mean that their work is not controlled by national and international health institutions, of course. There are messages that include information such as "you won't see this in the media" or "pharmaceuticals are hiding this information from you." But these messages are not often supported by evidence, but just by fear and mistrust. So be careful. This one is also very important. Doubt about messages that use grandiloquent words that seem scientific but have no real meaning. They use flashy jargon that doesn't have any meaning because these are marketing techniques intended to seem scientific to make you believe in the information they are sending, even if it's fake. Now, let's look at some tricks to identify misleading information on websites and messages. Remember that they appeal to our emotions. Remember that on the internet, anyone can create a website. We must look for certain details to know if the information is true or false. Look for alarmist headlines. Imagine that you receive a message that says, "You won't believe what happened to this person after he took this medicine." Well, you are probably on a website that is only looking to get many hits with probably poor quality content. Moreover, more things, if you read a text that does not explicitly cite the sources or they are difficult to identify, if you cannot find the date of publication, or if maybe there are spelling mistakes and errors in the writing, if they do not give the relevant details about the authors or about the information they provide, you are probably looking at a hoax which is impossible to corroborate. The date is very important because maybe you are looking at a piece of information which has already found not to be true or which has already expired. So we need to really check for these details to identify if this piece of information is true or false. And what about messages you receive through WhatsApp, Telegram, or Messenger, or maybe Facebook? Well, it is likely that the message you have received is false if it has several characteristics. Maybe it is a life or death message. Well, you are probably looking at a hoax. Maybe it appeals to the authority of a professional or a studio that in reality it doesn't exist. That's probably a hoax. Maybe it contains syntax errors and spelling mistakes. That's also probably a hoax. And it is very common that hoaxes ask you to disseminate or spread the message among all of your contacts. That's also probably a hoax, and it's better to ignore it. Also remember that hoaxes and misinformation can reach us not just through text messages, but also through images or video. So, when you receive photos or videos, you must also be careful. This may be hoaxes as well, and even if it's a video or a picture, it may be fake. Finally, remember that there are entities that can help you check whether the information circulating on the internet is true or false. You can check these two examples online. Thank you again for your attention, and see you on the next video.